Let's get to that mess that the listener's son is in. With so many different variables. Wife, in this case, it's a wife. You've seen it on the side where it's a husband. We're not making fun of the wife, but in this case, it's a wife. Wife has gone off the rails, okay, for lack of a better term. Locked him out of the mortgage. Home's in a foreclosure. He's called up the servicer. Servicer's, is just being difficult, and he just wants to get out, make sure his kids are safe, and start over, right? He's a 40-year-old guy. Credit's completely shot. The parents were at my credit seminar this past week to help their son reestablish their credit. He might have to file bankruptcy so right. What do they do? So you got a wife that's non-responsive, getting fined, completely disregarding the judge, like, yeah, whatever. What does the guy do?
In this circumstance, she's actually went and filed for bankruptcy. So any litigation going on in a divorce stops. And so he's stuck until that bankruptcy is resolved.
You've got to be kidding me.
No, you're just done. And you can, as the spouse, challenge the bankruptcy. I've had clients do that where they go in and challenge the bankruptcy because similar to this situation, one spouse is draining assets, creating debts, and then they go and declare bankruptcy and it stops the divorce. So there's nothing they can do. And bankruptcy can take a long time, depending on the complexity of their estate.
And here's the challenge. He's now impacted because of the bankruptcy because he's on the mortgage and the credit cards that they hold jointly.
Correct.
So he's now got, in addition to the foreclosure, he's got a bankruptcy on his record without him filing bankruptcy.
Right. And so now he has to, his best advice is to go consult with the bankruptcy attorney. Get a copy of her petition. I'm certain he has that already, the petition of her bankruptcy filing, and go and consult with someone. Because, yes, it might be the best situation. If they're already $30,000 in arrears on their mortgage, it's going to take a lot for someone to come back and try to, maintain ownership of that residence because they're going to have to do some type of negotiation, get it out of the foreclosure if possible. But the bankruptcy just shuts it all down. It actually, on some level, is not a bad idea because if she's not producing, let's go to the $500 penalty.
Yeah.
Okay. He's never going to collect it. And
the judge.
No, the husband is never going to collect that fine because that's what they're doing. They're trying to compel the behavior, trying to get them to produce the documents. His lawyer should send a subpoena. Send a subpoena to the information. If there's usually enough information to trace the transactions. I've had cases where we've traced the transaction to one account and it's a cashier's check and the person won't say where that money went. Well, luckily, the court had held him in default and he was not allowed to participate in the process anymore. And then the court allocated the assets at this, so that amount of money went to him and there was enough assets to settle on the other side. In this circumstance, it sounds like they're struggling a lot financially. She's already kind of chosen her path and he's going to either have to go along with that or challenge the filing itself to get
stuck.
it.
He's kind of stuck right now. It's a bad spot.
And unfortunately, the bankruptcy just puts the brakes on the divorce case entirely. You can't move at all.
Jeez. Okay, so that's Sunny.
That's our highlight hour.
That's
WGN Radio.
Feel good. Raif, the 5 signs. Now we go into this.